I can't really say who else could go in there to make them sides stronger. So we are all prepared for a very close game. It looks like both sides are ready and up. So we will see very shortly who is going to lift the trophy. Will it be Revolution in their first season as a team in iOS? That would be a very big achievement for them. Zero, of course, they've got trophies in their cabinet already. They want more. They don't want a team like Revolution to come in their first season and steal a trophy from them. They're going to be wanting to take that trophy home. I think we are waiting on Revolution. I think Zero said that they were ready. So we will see how quickly they can get readied on this. Of course, with it being a big game, if you'd like to bring anything up, I'll say this now, you can PM me, Steam, Discord, or if you want, you can put it in Twitch chat and hopefully get that forwarded on. There is a question that I'd like to ask you, actually, because I'm a bit of a noob when it comes to these things. I'm looking to buy a new graphics card for my computer, and I'd like to know what ones you recommend, because I don't have a clue. So definitely forward that on to me. I did look at that one, Gus. I'll be honest with you. Did look at that, but I think it's quite expensive, isn't it? Yeah, I've heard it's good though. The one I was looking at was 2060 RTX 2060 Super, which I've heard's good as well, but also expensive. So, and then like a little bit cheaper was the 1660 Ti. I'd have to double check that. I think it's like an i5 Pentium quad core. I think it's 3.2, 3.3 gigahertz. I think something like that. So I hope that would be good enough, and I don't blow my PC up by buying a graphics card that's too powerful for it. But we are waiting on Revo. No, we are not. We are live, and it is Revolution to kick off with Salix, who plays it back to Jania. Then, don't know, bit of a mix-up in communication meant that Zero got the throw in. Maybe a bit of early nerves for Revo. Atox trying to get an early cross in, but it's a good defensive track and back from Nori. You will see him do that all game. There's Arian's prediction. He's got Zero winning 1-0 in extra time. Because, yes, there will be extra time in these cup games if it has to go to that. And, of course, penalties. That would be very interesting. I don't remember there being penalties in a cup game. Tell me if I'm wrong. I think I'll have a heart attack if it goes to that and I have to commentate that. NKZ to Lewis, back to Hiei. Rhino's come deep to pick the ball up, and he's slipped it through to Mike, who will get there. Mike's got a chance for a cross. He puts the ball in. Oh, and Atox. Should he have done better there? Just past the post from Zero. That's an early chance. Revolution have just got away with it there. And now they're trying to come forward themselves with Salix. He's got round Lewis. What can Salix do? He's turned back inside, puts the ball in, but it's good defensive header from NKZ to get that out the box. And it has ended up being a throw into Revo with Amp. Amp goes long, but it was headed away by the Zero defenders. Salix has it now. Salix takes his time. Almost swung it out to Nori, but the deflection fell kindly for NKZ, who plays it back to Jay, then back to NKZ. NKZ goes long, but it's cut out by Denny. But then it was cut out by Lewis. Fairly scrappy start, but we expected that. A lot of nerves riding on this game, and a trophy, of course. If that didn't make you nervous enough. IOSoccer, who hasn't played a lot of games for Zero, interestingly getting started in this game, but he is a big player. He's got form for scoring in big games. But Salix is coming forward for Revo. Goes for the long shot. Jay probably had that covered. Indeed, that's a good point from Ari. There is no Panther. And that is probably the player who I missed out of the lineup who could have made a big difference maybe today. Although you've got to argue that Rhino has scored some important goals recently. And I think Panther doesn't really like playing anywhere else other than centre forward, really. Rhino has picked it up here off the long ball. He's played it out to Mike. Mike goes for the near post shot, but it's over. Ragnar will be happy to see that one go over. MTZ to Jania. Jania back to MTZ. MTZ gets crowded out, but he has won the ball back. Plays it to Nori. Nori has got 2 men on him. Mike has won it back off Nori, though. That's good tracking back from Mike. And now Rhino comes forward with the ball on Amp. He's got past Amp. Will he put the ball in? He does put the ball in, but it's over everyone. Goes out for a throw-in to Revo on the other side. Denny to MTZ. MTZ, he's got 2 men on him, and he's done well to get past them. He's just running down the line now. NKZ, the 2 Frenchmen going to war. Lol, they had the white flag up, don't worry. War jokes, everyone. Jay with the goal kick. Lewis to Hiei. Hiei to Atox. Atox got plenty of space here. Goldie has to close him down. And Goldie, smart woof to play it out for a throw in 2-0. Kirby has it now. Kirby turns back inside. He had 3 men trying to win the ball off him there. Too much for Kirby to do. Salix lost out to Rhino. Rhino has the ball. He's going down the wing. Rhino plays the ball in. It's a good header out by Revo. Now MTZ will carry Revo forward, but there's only 2 men up, and Zero have 4 men back. And in the end, it's meant that Revo have overplayed it. And Zero will take the throw in with NKZ. Back to Hiei. Hiei goes long. It's a good ball to Mike, who's got round Amp. Now he has to get past Salix. Salix didn't win it, and Mike got the shot in at the near post. And it'll be a corner to Zero. Mike goes in high, and it was deflected shot off Kirby. And it's gone for another corner to Zero. Bit of pressure here for Zero. Kirby takes his time to take it. They've swapped taker. Mike probably feeling better to take the corner. Gone to Atox. Atox went for the first time shot. And as the commentators like to say, that is closer to the corner flag than the goal. Amp goes long. Hiei wins the header. Jania's picked up the loose ball, but he's only ran into Atox, who's ran back to win the ball. He's played NKZ, who's got space. What can NKZ do? He can't do much because Salix was there to win the ball. That's good defending from Salix for his team. But MTZ has lost out to Atox. Atox has it now. Atox with a decent ball in. Bit too much on it, though. It's gone out on the far side for throw into Revo, string a few passes together, and now Nori can bring it forward. He's tried to play through MTZ, but the chemistry just isn't there at the moment for Revo. And now the long ball to Mike has found him. What can Mike do? Mike goes for the shot. Good save by Ragnar, though. That's a really good save to keep his team in this game. Ragnar pulling out all the stops to keep this 0-0. Nori now will carry it forward for Revo, but again, he's got 3 men on him. Somehow he's managed to find Salix. What can Salix do now? He's got 2 men on him. Salix tried to slip it to Jania, but there was too much on it. And now Revolution will, Zero, will go for their counter. And in the end, they've been forced to retreat. Hiei plays it to Lewis, to Kirby. Kirby Goes back inside. Plays it out to IOSoccer, who's got 2 on him. Got to say, it's good defensive work from both sides to win the ball back. But IOSoccer having plenty of the ball. It went in, but it's a good header out by Denny, I think that was. IOSoccer again. Getting on the ball plenty. And he's got past both of his men. Puts the ball in high. Mike taps it down to Kirby, but Kirby just missed the ball at the crucial moment. He might have been able to make Ragnar work. And now Revolution have a chance to counter, but it's 3-on-1 with Nori. What can Nori do? He's held it up. He needs players to get in support of him. Nori goes back outside, turns back inside, puts the ball in. MTZ just over his head. Just over his head. And you've got to say, though, when Revo get forward, they need to get forward quicker. But they're getting penned back so much that I think their attackers don't have the stamina to get in support of Nori. Is that part of the game plan for Revo, though? Are they trying to just nick a goal and win this off defensive strength? Kirby has it now. He's tried to slip IOSoccer through. Jania was there, though, to pick it up. And now here comes Salix. Salix to Nori. Nori, he's got 4 men on him. And he's ended up just playing it straight to Lewis. He didn't really have much choice there. He's looking very isolated at the moment, Nori. We know sometimes he can still pull off miracles when he's on his own up front. He taking a chance there with MTZ. That's not the kind of chances you want to be taking in a cup final, but, you know, that's just me. MTZ to Nori. Nori on NKZ. This is where Nori's best, when he's only got 1 man to deal with. But in the end, the cross was not enough for the Revo attackers. Salix is just trying to push his way through. Lewis takes no chances. And the ball has ended up back with Jay, who's gone to Rhino. Rhino dropping very deep. And he almost found IOSoccer. And in the end, Revo were able to get a ball up to Salix. Here's Jania. Jania almost through to Nori. He will play that back to Jay. We are coming up to the 39-minute mark. It's still 0-0. Fairly even game. Not really any major chances. Zero have had the best. Here's a chance now where MTZ goes for the shot. Jay will save them all day. See what I did there? Ball goes out for a Revo throw. MTZ. Infield. Trying to find Salix, but IOSoccer was there to cut it out. 0 players doing well to switch positions and win the ball back for their team. Rhino has it now on the wing. Turns back inside. Puts the ball in. It's dangerous and it's off the post. Think it was Mike who won the header. 0 have hit the post in this cup final. Kirby went for the surprise shot. You've got to say 0 probably had the better chances here. The save from Ragnar made from Mike earlier on. And, of course, I think that was Mike's header then off the post. Mike, very unfortunate not to have the opening goal in this game. What can Revo do, though? Oh, they can't, because Jania has just run out of stam at the wrong moment. 0 keen to get the ball back in the opponent's half. They can sense a goal coming. IOSoccer has got round Goldie. Denny has gone out to meet him. Ball goes in, and it's just ahead of both Mike and Rhino. Nori now turns the other side of Lewis. What can he do on Lewis? He's turned back inside, back outside, back inside, back outside. Ball goes in long, but there was only MTZ to aim at. And that's been the problem for Revo. Whether it's the defensive way they're playing or whether they just don't have the stamina to get forward, there's only normally 1 man up in support. And they're not going to score if they can't support their attack. Time was running out for 0, so they decided to just try and go for the long ball. But that is half-time. And I suppose for the neutral viewers watching, it was disappointing because we want to see goals. We want someone to win this cup convincingly. But as it stands, it is 0-0. Zero probably having the better of the chances, which you will see in the replays. Here's the save from Mike. Mike's shot. A chance at the other end for MTZ, but it was fairly easy for Jay. I guess we're not going to see the header then. What happened to the replays? Surely that would have been a highlight. I don't know. Sort it out, EFA. Or whoever it is running this. But yeah, we are going into the second half. It's still 0-0. And it is all to play for. I'm getting the feeling that this could be another 1-0. Sorry about that. Runny nose. Jay picks it up, plays it to NKZ. NKZ, bit dangerous, but he did keep the ball, played it back to Hiei. Hiei has gone long. Denny to Salix. Salix to Nori. Nori's only got NKZ to beat. Turns inside, plays it back to Jania. Jania goes back to Nori. Nori puts the ball in. Too easy for Jay, though, and he claims that in the ATOX now with space. Goldie goes out to him. Goldie, he's got the wrong side of Goldie. He's trying to just get something in. Salix infield to Mike. Mike tried to push through. In the end, Revo did just enough to win the ball back. It's true. This is a big game, and there was more viewers, I think, for Ignite Wasps the other day, or yesterday. What has happened to Division 1? Jay has the ball, plays it to Hiei. Hiei to Lewis. Lewis brings it forward, infield to Kirby. Kirby on the outside of Amp. He's turned back inside. Now he goes out again. Plays it into Atox. Atox tried to just tap it to Mike. But in the end, Atox still has it. What can Atox do? He's went for the shot. But it went over Ragnar's crossbar. Revo still hanging on in here. They'll be happy it's still 0-0. If they take the lead in this game, Zero might start panicking. Oh, that's long from Hiei, and it has found Rhino. He's only got the keeper to beat. Oh, and they've took the pen. They've took the pen. Was that the smart decision to do? Rhino goes and it's saved. Ragnar saves the penalty. Mike now. Oh, and he's played it behind Rhino. Zero have wasted the chance to go ahead. What a save from Ragnar to keep his team in this game. In the end, it has ended up being the smart decision. We have seen Rhino finish in them one-on-one situations so much. They took the decision to give the penalty away to Zero, and they've missed it, or rather, Ragnar saved it. He's the hero as it stands. Kirby now. Back to Lewis. Lewis into Mike, but it's just ahead of him. Goldie will play it back to Ragnar. Ragnar upfield. NKZ cuts it out. Goes long to Mike. Zero will be seething. They'll be wanting to get back and try and score that goal that they felt they should have had. Mike with the throw. Decides to go back to Lewis, who then goes back to Mike. Mike tried to find Atox. The chemistry's not there in that particular attack. Salix tried to thread MTZ through. Didn't get there, and in the end, Jay has picked it up. Atox with the ball. Goes cross field to Lewis. Lewis tried to just thread it through to Rhino. In the end, Revo have decided to just take the throw from that situation. Denny goes long. NKZ wins the header. There's probably too much on that for Atox to get to, and Revo will take it with Goldie. At the moment, Revo struggling to string passes together. 0. Rhino puts the long ball in. Oh, and Kirby scored! Out of nothing, really, Rhino has put the ball in the box. Kirby was unmarked at the back post. Let's take another look at this, because it just seemed to happen out of nowhere. Ball goes in. Oh, it's unfortunate for Ragnar, who's made the save from the penalty earlier on. And I'm guessing that's happened because he's went to dive one way and then changed direction at the last moment. And it's meant that the ball has cannoned off him and went into the net. It is very unfortunate for Revo, and in particular Ragnar. And now Revo really have to start making their attack work. It hadn't been doing much during the rest of the game, but they've got to make something happen here. Nori goes in. Nobody was there, though. Atox has the ball now, but Jania's done well to win it back off him, but then give it straight away again. 0 will take that after the missed penalty. They will certainly take that, but it is unfortunate for Ragnar. And now this could get worse for Revo. Mike's there. Oh, but Salix almost. He did the right thing winning the ball, but by doing so, it went straight to Rhino. And then Rhino's just shot straight at the keeper. Amp has found a good ball out to Nori. Nori now, he knows he's got to do something here to change the fortunes of his team. Like he's done in so many big games before. Here's Salix. Salix to Jania. Jania will let go for a corner. It will off the second bounce. Big chance for Revo here. They need this goal. They need this more than any goal they've scored this season. Nori with the ball in. But the 0 defense have won everything in the air today. And they only need to do that for a little bit longer. Atox now. Oh, Atox has worked out space for the shot. And Atox scores 2-0 to 0. The 0 attack are finally penetrating through this Revolution defense. And really, it was that one man. He's just turned one way, then the other, and found the gap. And he's got round his man. He got round 2 men. And them shots often trick the keeper when they're swinging away like that. And in this circumstance, it did trick Ragnar. 0, 2-0 up. They're cruising. Revolution. What could have been for them? They needed to make something of this game after the penalty save. It could be over now. Rhino, yes, it is. Not Rhino, Kirby. They think it's all over. It is now. That's the famous line. And I cannot see Revo get back into this. Like, they've created very little. Whether that's been because of the great defense from 0 or whether they just haven't made it work today. That's up for discussion. But as it stands, Revo 0 are 3-0 up. And the trophy is probably going home with them. They're in no hurry now, whereas Revolution really are. We're approaching, well, we're in the 72nd minute. Ragnar to Salix. Salix to MTZ. MTZ into Nori. Back to MTZ. What can MTZ do? He can't, because Lewis just nipped in there and he's played a good ball to Mike. All of a sudden, oh, Goldie's, it's a good wolf from Goldie to slow 0's attack down. Atox, though, happy to keep hold of it, and he's still got it. Atox with the ball in. Salix cut it out. Plays it to MTZ. MTZ He's got round his man. Kirby takes the yellow card for his team. Smart foul, you have to say. MTZ tried to find Salix. Rhino was there to cut it out. Rhino's done well today to just get back for his team and win the balls in good situations. Oh, the ball bounced strangely for Kirby, but it's ended up working out for Zero. And in the end, they'll take the free kick from that situation. He goes long. Goldie cut it out. Ball goes back in. Headed out by Revo. Zero looking for the fourth. Atox has it now. He's slowing the game down. Jania got back to win it off him. Kirby to NKZ. Oh, NKZ just ran into traffic. Revo come forward. They need a goal. They need it quick. They need something. Something to hang on to. Salix. Oh, but in the end, the Zero players are doing really well to get back. And in them situations, there's just nowhere to go. Like, literally nowhere to go. And Jay is not the kind of keeper to be beaten by long shots. So what do you do? What do you do in that situation? You need a little bit of magic from somebody. And today, the magic has just not been there for Revo. Hiei back to Jay. Jay back to Hiei. Hiei goes long, trying to find Rhino. It was cut out by the Revo defense. It's ended up at the feet of Atox. Atox has turned back inside. Atox ran into Denny, though, and Denny brings it forward for Revo. Oh, he tried to find Nori. Lewis has done well there, and he's found Kirby. Kirby goes long. Ragnar, that was easy enough for him to save. Atox trying to find Rhino. Jania cut it out. It is with Nori. Hiei is on him. He's decided to go down the wing. Hiei stayed with him. He's played it inside to Jania. Jania back to Nori. Nori's cut inside, but Hiei, no nonsense, gets that clear. Dare I say, woofs it clear. Nori to Salix. Jania's there. Jania tried to play it in field to Denny. He does get the ball in eventually, though, and Lewis was there to head away. Mike to Atox. Atox to Rhino to Atox to kill the game. No. If it wasn't dead already, it didn't matter because Ragnar saved the chance anyway. Nori trying to find MTZ. That chemistry just hasn't been there this game, Nori to MTZ. It just really hasn't. And that's probably cost Revo today. Goldie to take the throw. To Salix. They'll want their cup final goal. They know they've lost now, but get themselves a cup final goal. Destroy your opponent's clean sheet. Something to shout about. The ball goes in. And there's the goal. MTZ does get it. A little bit of joy, at least, for Revo. They stopped Zero's clean sheet in this final. Again, probably a bit unfortunate for Jay because he did make the save, but he's ended up parrying it in. That's interesting that that's happened twice in this game, that the keepers have parried it in. It's always unfortunate for the keepers, but I don't know whether it's something to do with positioning or whether it's just something that is wrong with the goalkeeping. I think it's when you dive too late or something like that. I wouldn't know. I'm not a goalkeeper. Ragnar plays it long. Salix has it now. Salix probably should have just played it to Jania. Who knows? Maybe they could have made it 3-2 and then, could have made this final look a lot closer than it actually was. It won't matter, though, because as soon as Jay kicks this upfield, that's the final whistle. Zero have won the cup. 3-1, defeating Revo. I wouldn't really say it was comfortable, but they weren't really troubled by Revo's attack. They really weren't troubled at all. And you, cup finals like this, you need your attack on the ball. You really do, because your defense can't keep the other team out for that long. Like, they were doing well. Ragnar, obviously, almost the hero. Saved the penalty. Here's the save now. And at that point, you thought, is it going to be Revo's day? Is it going to be one of them games where everything just goes wrong for Zero, and then they nick a 1-0 win or something like that? But it just wasn't to be. Zero have put another trophy in their cabinet. And with that, we will have some interviews coming up. We have got Jay, who's going to come in for Zero in cooldown, and I'll drag him in now. Hello, Jay.
Hello, mate.
Thank you for joining me.
Thanks for having me.
Congratulations on lifting the trophy.
Thank you.
I know you'll be drinking champagne out of it later.
True.
Like all legends do.
Very true.
But we'll talk about the game. I mean, you must have been kicking yourselves when Rhino missed that penalty. Did you think at that moment, this could be one of them games for us?
Yeah, it felt like, although we weren't the best in the first half, it still felt like we were dominating most of the game. I don't think they had any clear-cut chances. Yeah, exactly. So Mike hit the post. ATOX had one that was close, just inch past the post. Mike had a few chances, and we were just getting unlucky. Then Ryan obviously the penalty, and we thought this is it. And then just 50-50 gets it like the other way. I haven't seen Ryan miss a penalty in a long time, so we thought at that point, this could be like one of those games like on FIFA when you like dominate someone and then you end up losing in the end to like a 90th minute corner. It felt like that, but luckily once we scored the first one, the gates kind of opened up a bit, and we managed to get 2 quick ones after that and get ourselves a big enough lead and not to have to worry, because the time was so late. We knew that once we had that lead, we couldn't really lose it from there.
Yeah,
with the time.
Yeah, I mean, exactly what you said. Like, even though it was still 0-0 at half time, Zero did have the better chances. I think Mike had the header and the shot.
Yeah.
And like that could have easily been. And I think Atox went close with a header as well.
Yeah, the header missed by an inch.
Yeah. So I think it was just a case of when was the goal going to come.
Yeah, that was what we were waiting for.
And obviously, it would have been nice to get it from Rhino's like pen, but I mean, in the end, you were able to turn it round. So, I mean, going into that game, was there any particular reason Panther didn't play, or was that just
he couldn't make it? He works till 10 Amsterdam, so he has a pretty bad schedule for work. He hasn't played a lot for us recently, so we kind of knew we wouldn't have him. In the lineup today or for the last few games that we played. That was all behind it, really.
I had an anonymous question come through.
Here we go.
From somebody for you. They said, how have you let the only shot that they had in the game in? Hashtag downgrade.
I think I had 3 saves, but the other ones weren't really too demanding. It was just I dived the minute I saw it, but because he was so close, by the time I saved it, it was already into the net because I was diving at the angle I was diving at.
Yeah.
If he'd been like literally an inch further back, I'd have saved it onto the post, and it'd have been straight back in my gloves. One of them.
They are always unfortunate, damn goals.
Yeah, it sucks.
You've read it, but
exactly. I've done as much as I can, but yeah, it's out of my hands at that point unless I pre-dive it. But yeah, no.
So, I mean, looking at your aims for the season, is this a good season for Zero? Would you say? Because I know they would have liked to have obviously won the league, but this has got to make up for it a little bit, I guess.
Yeah, it does to a degree. I think when we came into the season, we had we lost a lot of players. We lost like pretty much, you could say half of the old Zero team, you know? Atox went inactive, Arsh went, Kirby went initially, Jace went, you know, MTZ went, Salix went, DBD gone to China.
Yeah.
We've literally lost like 8, 9 players, I think, before the season had even started, or like during the season. So it's quite tough to have that happen. I think we realised in mind that we had to take new players, and it's going to take time for us to you know, form the new team. But honestly, it couldn't have gone better. I mean, we could have had the league and the cup if I hadn't inted so hard. But I mean, I'm happy that we won the cup anyway, regardless, and I'm happy that we've got to where we have in the season. To finish second in the league and to win the cup is pretty impressive, given what's happened to us over recent times.
Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, like you said, I think, you know, at one point, and correct me if I'm wrong, when Zero lost quite a lot of players, looking a bit precarious, like about
Yeah,
what the future might hold for the team. But people
no, you're not wrong.
people have to trust, you know, that the team has had success in the past. Why, you know, why would you not want to go and play there and
Yeah,
keep the success going? And I always say that about teams, like, you know,
yeah, definitely.
it's like with Bears. Like, I never
Mm,
used to understand why Bears would fold after
I was
winning
gonna
all
say
kinds of
that.
trophies.
I was gonna say that.
Like,
Yeah,
you know, and that's the same for Zero, except Zero have managed to actually stay alive. And
yeah,
look what's happened. They've won more trophies.
yeah.
Like,
True.
it just does me head in when, like, I'm venting a little bit, but, you know, people like
No, it's true.
get off on teams like when, you know, they're successful really, and you're a part of it.
Yeah,
But
it's funny because you mentioned Bears. I think it's the exact same thing. Like Bears was so successful and had such a good team, but it's always funny how teams that end up beating NG or beat them in a final World Cup or a league, whatever, end up folding, whereas they stay alive.
yeah,
And somehow, I think NG still have more appeal, even if they don't win leagues or cups. They still have that appeal of being NG, and I think that's what draws players away from us and say to them because it's, you know, it's that sort of like mythical legend of NG is like the best team in. I mean, I'm not disputing they're not the best team, but I'm just
NG
saying,
mono.
like, exactly. It's like if you see NG, people seem to like be drawn to it over us. Even if you won
Yeah,
more leagues or titles, it just seems like, I don't know. NG's got that sort of status, doesn't it, in an
yeah.
iOS where people just look at it and think, I want to be NG, and that, I guess that's why they stay alive and other teams fold. There's too many problems internally in other teams, and NG didn't seem to have that. They seem to run very smoothly and just keep picking up players and getting stronger.
I mean, for me personally, like, when Zero first came around, obviously we I'll be honest, I remember saying when you after you win your first trophy,
We'll fold.
I was like, not even that, I was like, they won't win anything else. And that was me. This is
Oh,
me being totally honest with
yeah,
you.
fair enough.
And then, to be honest, she's just completely proven me wrong. Like, I'm happy to put my hands up and say that
Yeah, it's very nice of
Zero
you.
are a team now that, you know, I've got that winning mentality. Like,
Mm.
and they'll win. You know, they're winning things and they're proving everybody wrong. And, you know, I think when you look at the season as a whole, yeah, even though NG won the league, um, Zero still picked up a trophy, and that's all that matters.
Yeah, yeah.
So yeah, I mean, you've got to now say to people, well, you know, we're going for the league next season. I'm assuming that's your aim.
Oh, definitely. We want to win both next season. Now we know we've got the team and we know we can do it, and we're playing so well recently. I've been so impressed with us. um, and for us to even stay alive when we lost all those players, it shows that, you know, we're not going anywhere, and we hope to win some more next season. Fingers crossed.
Yeah, well, we will see about that. And
Yeah.
but I guess looking back on the whole season, I guess I'll ask a Revolution person this as well. What would you say, other than I guess this game, what was your game of the season? Um, and
Oh.
who was your player of the season? That's tough, I know, but
Yeah, game. I'm trying to think back to all the games we've had. There's been so many, obviously, including Cup and League. I'd
it's
say probably, as weird as it sounds, I'd say the game we probably played best in was the game that we lost against NG. The last head to head we had, where we had the lead and we we lost in the end. I'd say that's probably, even though we lost, I'd say that's game of the season for me because there was just so much going on. It was a complete mess of like from both teams, like from both goalkeepers and from both players. It was a mess, but I still enjoyed that game the most. I think regardless of what happened, it was such an entertaining game to watch. I think there's been so many good players for us, honestly. He's been outstanding in defence. He never lets you down at centre back. He's always there and like doing everything. I think I can't pick a player. I'm gonna have to be unanimous and say everybody played fantastically this season for us. I'm not gonna pick a sole person.
No, that's fine. I'm not gonna pick you up on that. Like, no, I'd probably agree. That game was absolutely mental. Like,
yeah,
put it that way. That was definitely one of the games of the season.
yeah, for the wrong reasons. But yeah,
and if not that, like just looking back at the results, probably, there was another game that was just absolutely crazy as well. I can't remember which one it was. I think that Masters of Football Revolution game where
that was a mental game.
Baz scored the screamer.
The absolute mental top corner
That
banger.
that was amazing. Like, that was one of my favorite iOS games ever.
Yeah,
like.
yeah, true.
But yeah, okay. Well, I won't keep you any longer then because I know you'll, be wanting to
Go
talk
and
to the
celebrate.
boys and that.
Yeah.
So thanks for coming in and congratulations
Cheers.
again.
Thank you very much. Just into it. That's it.
See ya. That was Jay from Zero, the goalkeeper, of course. Obviously very happy. I mean, Nori's in cooldown, so we're going to get the other side of the perspective and see what his thoughts were on the game. Hello, Nori.
Hi there, man.
Hi, mate. Thank you for coming in because I do appreciate it's obviously disappointing, but I always like to hear the other side of the story, really. I mean, I said this is exactly my first question to Jay. I mean, the first half was quite, Zero did have a few chances, but he's dealt with them. And then the penalty happened, and Ragnar makes that save. And I just thought in my head, it's Revolution's day, isn't it? They're gonna actually stick this. They're gonna win 1-0 and take the trophy. Like, did you think at that moment, you know what, we just got to keep this 0-0 and we've got a chance?
Yeah, after at the moment that they got the penalty, I was thinking, okay, this is gonna go two sides. Either they score and it's gonna be heads down and they're gonna destroy us, or Ragnar magically saves it and it's gonna be our game. And he pulled out a great save. I'm super proud of him for that. But I guess we just disappointed ourselves after that. I don't know. It just didn't just work out for us, I guess. I mean, they deserve to win. They really did.
I think it's fair to say that the attack just didn't seem to just link up as well as it normally does for Revo today. Do you think that was just a case of Zero? Just the defense was just solid.
Yeah, of course, they were like really solid, but I think like I don't know. We like tried too less. I guess I think we tried too less and just overplayed simple things like passes left right going miss, like first touch going horrible. I think we didn't like. We think we couldn't like create that much as we used to. It just didn't work out really. I mean, it took us 2 goals to actually become more dangerous. Like after it was 2-0, like that was the moment we actually became more dangerous and actually created chances.
Yeah.
But it was too late. It sucks. I don't know.
I mean, I think there's a lot of things as well. Obviously it's a nervous game as well. It's Revolution's first cup final. You've got players there who've like Jania, who's never played in a cup final before. So for him that must have been a massive game.
Yeah, definitely. This shows how much experience matters in iOS. Like Zero, like I played for them with 2 cups we won, and they got so much experience. They got great players. They got a great team. Like they stick together after losing so many players. So yeah, yeah, they did really good for that. I mean, it's really hard to bounce back after so many bad things happens. So big respect for them, to be honest.
And I guess looking at Revolution's season as a whole, I mean, it's not that bad. Like, he's finished above Phoenix. He's got to a cup final. Obviously, you'd love to win this cup final, but that's still a good first season for Revolution.
It
Would you say?
is. I can't really complain, can I? I mean, third place, win against NG, draw against Euro, get into the cup final, get revenge on Chefs after losing twice to them, win against you guys 2 times. I mean, it wasn't really a bad season, was it? I'm super proud. I mean, looking at where we started with and what like the team we have now, it's actually a perfect season. It would just be a little bit better if we won this, of course, but
Yeah.
you can't win anything. Like, it's okay. Like, I'm super proud of my team.
And what's the future now for Revolution? Because you must be you'd obviously want to improve on what you've done this season for next season. Like, do you
Definitely.
think you could finish maybe a place higher in the league, something like that? Maybe even win it?
I hope. I think it's realistic to say that we should definitely aim for top 3 every season, every upcoming season, whatever. And yeah, I actually like the tactic we play now with the 2 like CDMs or central midfielders, whatever. I actually just want to play a normal like 3-1-3. So I want to like try and more build upon that
Yeah.
and get a more like stable, like balanced and like team that knows each other. Like this moment, like we had new players coming in half the season. They have to get used to each other. So I'm gonna train to to create really a big team out of it, so we
Yeah.
can actually have a good balanced formation and not like have to force things like this game we had to force me and MT just to create like something, and against players like EA and such, it's not that easy. Like it's gonna be hard, and that actually showed today why we couldn't like create anything, because we try and try, but they were like 3 on mids when I crossed. They were 2 on me when I dribbled, so it's really hard. So I think our next goal is to like create a more stable tactic and formation, and just like try to become more a team.
And I guess another question on the future of the team. Rebellion starting. Boss name, by the way. I like that name. Like,
Thank you.
what's the plans for that? Who's gonna run it? Have you got that sorted yet? Have you got anybody in mind to go into it?
It's gonna be all happening today officially. Yeah, like I talked about it with Jania. Like I think like looking at the teams, I just saw like challenge on like 4 teams, and like as I did with Revolution, to create another team that creates a bit more challenge to everyone. I tried, why not for challenging teams, like give actually talents and new players just a chance to become better, because it sucks to see players like play 1 year for example a low team, while they really want to learn to become better, but they're a bit stuck on that division.
Yeah.
So I just want to try and create something nice. Like, I mean, look at Ignite. They came from academy to a fully team now. So it's better for the community, I guess, to like make more teams and make it more balanced, so everyone has a chance, and people can actually like become a good player.
Yeah, that's good aims for the community. Like, that was kind of the thing that we tried to do with Ignite. Like, I'll always say my favorite Ignite Academy was the first one, when we brought like the likes of
True,
um
true. I mean,
you know
look at the players you made, like
yeah,
Markskin and other players. They
and
become
then
really
they all
good players.
decided to form shitty Unity. They can
God
fuck
damn
off
them.
with that.
God damn
um
bastards.
but I forgive them, don't worry. But I'm not
No,
mad, definitely not mad.
no, but I think like you can be proud. Like you helped create this. I guess. I mean, you gave them a chance, and look at them now. Like, you helped the community. That's a good thing. Like, I want to help the community too with like bringing more teams up, making it more exciting. I mean, look at this. I mean, look at this league. Like, imagine if like Revolution didn't happen. Would it be as challenging as it is now? I guess not, was it? I mean, probably in like if I was in zero with Salix and MTZ and like every other player and Adox would be active. Of course, it would be like a season like last time. It's gonna be
Yeah.
either you get destroyed or like you like draw or win with
Yeah.
like low chance. So I guess it's for the better, right?
Yeah,
I
yeah. I
hope so.
think it's made it definitely one of the more interesting seasons. I've got to admit that. Obviously, it's not really helped us, but
Sorry for that.
if I'm looking at it from a neutral perspective, yeah, it's made it an exciting season. And it's when you've got, like you say, a team like Revolution starting in their first season and getting to a cup final, beating the likes of Phoenix, getting good results against NG.
Yeah,
It does make it interesting,
it
and
does. Oh,
hopefully, go on.
by the
Sorry.
way, like a quick thing, like I know I create a rebellion, but I hope nobody thinks I'm gonna try to steal players from other teams or anything. I'm just gonna try to get free transfers at the moment. I'm not gonna try to build a talent team or like players that could play Division 1, but just want to get used to Division 2. Just want to point it out quickly so no one
Well,
gets mad at me.
do you want a free tip from me?
Please.
Player I saw the other day in an overlap mix. I don't know whether he signed for anybody yet. Jumbo. You heard it here first.
The American Jumbo.
Yeah, yeah.
the big talent.
He's got no team. Go out and get him before Cooks do.
I'm gonna PM him right now for you.
Oh, he scored. He scored. He scored a hat trick in the overlap mix. I was like,
did
okay,
he? Holy
yeah.
shit. Okay. Nah, but I just want to point it out because I've heard some things like other players from new teams like leaving them to join maybe me. I don't want to create drama or anything. Just want to point it out quickly.
Well, that's good of you to say that. Very social. Okay, well, I guess I'll ask you one last question because I did ask this to Jay.
Mm-hmm.
Favorite match of the season for Revo and best player of the season, or
Favorite
rather,
game.
player of the season. I guess I'll rephrase.
I guess favorite game. Oh, I think our game against NG. I
Yeah,
can't lie. That was pretty exciting. Holy shit.
yeah.
That was a great game, and to even win it was amazing. Or maybe even the game against you guys, the first game when we drew.
That was a good game.
It was exciting. And best player like overall in this whole league, or of my team?
No, for Revo, yeah, just for Revo. Your player of the season.
Oh no, I can't choose anyone. Like they like yeah, I know it's
Jay
very
did that. Jay did
it's
exactly the same.
it's a bit lame, I know, but I mean they all did so good. Like everyone did like their best. I mean, look. I mean, as you said, look how our league went. Third place, run up against in the cup. Everyone did perfect. To be honest.
Okay, I'll let you off. I'll let you off.
I'm the best, by the way. Sorry. Nah, joke.
Okay, well, thank you for coming in, Nori, as always. Obviously, just commiserations for the loss,
Yeah,
but the future's
it is.
bright.
It is.
And yeah, good luck for the rest of the.
Thanks, man.
Well, not the rest of the season, but good luck for next season.
Thanks, man. Thanks for having me.
All right, take care.
See ya.
So we've came to that sad moment because after this stream ends, that's it. No more iOS. It's gone. It's finished. The servers are shutting down. I'm sorry I had to announce this on live on stream. No, I'm only messing it. Of course not. I don't know what the plans are for next season. I'm sure they'll come out in due course. But yeah, it's been great. I've really last season I couldn't really commentate that much because I was living with a flatmate and I didn't want to piss my flatmate off because it would probably piss them off. Now I'm just pissing my parents off instead. Yeah, it's been good, and I will definitely be returning for next season whenever that is, and hopefully it'll be as exciting as this season. So stay tuned for whenever the details of that will come, and we'll leave it there. So from me, that's goodbye, and I'm sure I'll see you all again soon. Thank you.